Over the past 2 years, the world has changed so much. We've been thrown together, torn apart, and reinvented ourselves. Despite all of that change, we've had two constants: the Capitol Center for the Arts and your continued support of it. We could not be here without all of you, and it gives us great joy to say it's time to come back.
The inspiring true story about heart, heritage, and two people who believed in their talent and each other to become an international sensation. Now that story has arrived on stage in an exhilarating original production that's already won the hearts of critics and audiences alike, with the Chicago Tribune declaring it's a hit and the New York Times cheering, "The very air in the room seems to vibrate in this crowd-pleasing musical." The Capitol Center is pleased to welcome the Broadway tour of On Your Feet, the inspiring story of Gloria and Emilio Estevon that will have you dancing in the aisles.
I know you can't enjoy yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it to each other to that conga beat. Everybody gather round now. Let your body feel the heat.
A fabulously fun, award-winning musical based on the adored movie, Legally Blonde the Musical follows the transformation of Elle Woods as she tackles stereotypes and scandal in pursuit of her dreams. Action-packed and exploding with memorable songs and dynamic dances, this musical is so much fun it should be illegal. Join us at the Capitol Center on December 1st. And don't forget to wear your pink.
Better jobs or bigger rings. I don't have the time to cry. I'm too busy loving my name on that list. Kind of a cool ironic twist. Who else can I tell? Oh wait, where's my cell? Mama fall on the floor. Hey mom, look at my name in black and white. Your daughter's doing something right. I feel so much better. I'll be there on Monday, 9 o'clock. Then we will see who walks the walk. No, I can't wait. I will be there at 8 when they unlock the door. I'm even dressed in black and white. See, I have nothing to fight. And you'll go much better as you know that I know much better. And I am so much better. 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 I am so much better than before.
Created, directed, and owned by Lynn Wagoneer Patton, this group is a first runner-up on America's Got Talent, Season 6 in 2011. Guest artist on NBC's AGT Holiday Spectacular in 2016. Guest artist on AGT Finale 2016, and the grateful recipients of the Alicia Dixon's Golden Buzzer on America's Got Talent, The Champions. The company was formed in March 2009 when Lynn was asked to create a show using photographs, shadows, and dance that would make the audience remember Colorado for a worldwide sporting delegation that was held in Denver. Be inspired at the Capitol Center for the Arts, October 1st, with the one and only Silhouettes. Journey back to the lands of Florin and Gilder in an adventure filled with fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, monsters, chases, escapes, miracles, and of course, true love. The Capitol Center for the Arts proudly presents Carrie Elwes, the star of The Princess Bride, for a behind-the-scenes look at life on and off the set of the classic film. After the screening of the iconic movie, Elwes will engage in a moderated discussion revealing never-before shared secrets and tales of inconceivable antics.
Wesley had no money for marriage, so he packed his few belongings and left the farm to seek his fortune across the sea. The law of the land gave Humperdinck the right to choose his bride.
The fabric will make the prince suspect the Gilderians have abducted his love.
You never say anything about killing anyone.
I just happened to look behind us and something is there.
He's obviously seen us with the princess and must therefore die. Pick up one of those rocks, get behind the boulder. The minute his head is in view, hit it with the rock!
I was not a sportsman.
I've got my country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, my wife to murder. I'm swamped.
Jesus, Grandpa, what did you read me this thing for?
Well, who says life is fair? Where is that written?
With over 50 years of joyous and uplifting music featuring the intricate rhythms and harmonies of their native South African musical traditions, this group stands alone as a genre-defining ensemble. They've created a musical spirit that has touched a worldwide audience and were featured on Paul Simon's 1986 Graceland album, which launched their international status and sold-out tours. Their next album, Shaka Zulu, won their first of 3 Grammy Awards. They have appeared on the Lion King soundtrack, Coming to America, and countless others. Their musical efforts over the past 5 decades have garnered praise and accolades from a wide body of people, organizations, and countries. The CCA is proud to present Ladysmith Black Mambazo on August 27th.
I am dreaming after sunset, good night. When the sun goes down, the birds on the trees are singing sweet for the night. When the sun says good night to the mountain, I am dreaming after sunset, good night. When the sun goes down, the birds on the trees are singing sweet for the night. When the sun says good night to the mountain, I am dreaming after sunset, good night. When the sun goes down, the birds on the trees are singing sweet for the night. When the sun says good night to the mountain, I am dreaming after sunset, good night.
After a decade of relentless touring and recording in all but complete obscurity, this Texas-bred, New York-based quasi-collective suddenly found itself held up by the press and the public as one of the major figures in the jazz world. But as the category names for all 4 of the band's Grammy Awards would indicate, Best R&B Performance in 2014, Best Contemporary Instrumental Album of 2016, 2017, and 2021, they aren't exactly a jazz band. It's not a fusion band, and it's definitely not a jam band. It's probably best to take Nate Sheehan of the New York Times advice, as stated in the online discussion about the group. He says, quote, "Take them for what they are, rather than judge them for what they are not." The Capitol Center for the Arts is proud to present the one and only Snarky Puppy.
Calling all brave heroes. Enter into a magical world of myths and legends in this fantastical new interactive show for the whole family. Unveil a myriad of dark secrets and come face to face with some of the most magnificent monsters and terrifying beasts ever to walk the earth. Discover the colossal stone troll, the mysterious Indrik and Japanese Baku, the tooth fairy, not as sweet as you'd think, and an adorable unicorn and majestic griffin. Take your place among legendary heroes. Just don't wake the dragon. From the creators of the West End smash hit Dinosaur World Live, who bring spectacular puppets to life, don't miss this brand new spellbinding adventure live on stage. Dragons and Mythical Beasts arrives at the Capitol Center for the Arts this spring.
Our next performance features an international tour based on the historically black college and university marching band tradition, leaving audiences on their feet the world over. With riveting rhythms, bold beats, ear-grabbing energy, this show is a synchronized musical showcase of the HBCU experience, incorporating original compositions and soul-infused interpretation of timeless holiday hits. The group's performances range from colorful, choreographed routines to heavy doses of drum riffs and cadences. Get on your feet and get ready for a Drumline Holiday Spectacular.
Get ready to beat it with Drumline Live as we give you a thriller of a highlight reel from the king of pop. Snap your fingers as you watch our old school marching band perform classics popularized by musicians of the early 20th century. Watch as our virtuoso drummers, dancers, and musicians express themselves through music and dance. Nothing can prepare you for what you're about to see. Enjoy halftime with a special salute to Prince. The drum battle begins with each extraordinary percussionist demonstrating spectacular style and technique. However, there can only be one champion. Check out the Drumline Live Band with their funky footwork, showing off the halftime dance routine with dazzling choreography and awesome musical selections. It's time for everyone to join the parade and party in the aisles with Drumline Live, HBCU style. We'll see you in the lobby.
I'm from Japan.
I'm from Japan too. Thank you for a wonderful night.
Recommend everybody to go see it. They did their thing. They represented all HBCUs.
There isn't a best part of the show. It's amazing from start to finish.
An extravagant celebration of the iconic music of Broadway and more, the Four Phantoms brings together four former Phantoms from the Tony Award-winning The Phantom of the Opera to the Capitol Center for an unforgettable night of entertainment. The Four Phantoms features an extraordinary quartet of performers, including Brent Barrett, John Cudia, Frank D'Ambrosio, and Kieran Sheehan, under the music supervision of two-time Grammy Award winner David Caddick and music direction of Ryan Sherrar. Spend the night with the Four Phantoms, October 9th, 2022.
Of the opera is here inside your mind. Hey, old friend, are you okay? Old friend,
what do you say? Old friend, are we unique?
Time goes by, everything else keeps changing. You and I. The music
In a cultural landscape filled with endless pundits and talking heads, our next performer stands out as one of the most insightful social commentators. Her essays and interviews offer her acerbic views on current events and the media, as well as pet peeves, including tourists, baggage claim areas, aftershave lotion, adults who roller skate, children who speak French, or anyone who's unduly tan. The New York Times Book Review calls her an important humorist in the classic tradition. Purveyor of urban cool, she's a cultural satirist who many call the heir to Dorothy Parker. The once columnist for Andy Warhol and recent star of Pretend It's a City, the Capitol Center for the Arts is proud to bring the one and only Fran Lebowitz to our stage, September 30th.
People frequently are infuriated by me because I'm filled with opinions. In New York, there are millions of people, and the only person looking where she's going is me. I should write a manifesto, the title of which would be Pretend It's a City. It would take one subway ride for the Dalai Lama to turn into a lunatic, raging person. I'm the only person who's lived in New York as long as I have who has never made a correct real estate decision. Do people buy books here?
At this kiosk, no.
Do you think it's fair to bring a book into Times Square? It's not fair to the books. People want to challenge themselves. I find real life challenging enough.
Does complaining change anything?
Not so far. I mean, of course, I'm a young woman.
Before he was an Emmy-winning TV star, Mandy Patinkin was already a Tony-winning Broadway legend. Mandy Patinkin in Concert, Being Alive, presents the acclaimed actor, singer, and storyteller in his most electrifying role, concert performer. This powerful, passionate evening of song is a collection of many of Mandy's favorite Broadway and classic American tunes, from Irving Berlin to Stephen Sondheim, from Cole Porter to Harry Chapin. Mandy Patinkin takes you on a dazzling musical journey you'll never forget.
We got trouble right here in River City, right here in River City. Capital T that rhymes with P and that stands for pull, stands for pull.
Singing's my first love. You know, it's just where I feel the freest. And I just feel free.
Why is that?
I think because it's like wearing a mask. It's like playing an ego. It's a step away from myself. Singing is one step from reality. Therefore, it just leaves me a little freer to be more exposed and share my feelings. And I'm well aware I'm a guy who feels too much. A lot of people can't handle me because he's over the top. And that's who I am.
You don't feel too much, you just feel a lot.
But no, I meant some people, it's too much for some people how much I feel. And that's okay. There's other people for them to talk to.